Okay, we're just waiting for the live stream to go live, and then we shall begin. And there we go. All right, good morning, everybody. Oh, you sound down, hey? You sound down. Did you pay all your bills for December and January? Is that why you're all down? Good morning, everyone. There we go, a bit more lively. The weather's good. There's nothing too much to complain about. Good morning to everyone on our live stream. So my name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint, and I'm going to be spending about 35 minutes with you. So fairly quick. We go through our business introductory presentation. And then afterwards, I would suggest if you have any questions, go direct them to the people that introduced you to this business or brought you along or is sitting with you watching the live stream. All right, so let's begin. As you can see, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company that is nearly 70 years old, but DuePoint was only formed as a division 3 years ago. So this week we celebrated our third birthday. This evening we're going to be celebrating our third annual awards ceremony tonight in Melrose Arch, so it's an exciting day for us. I'm very excited because it means that I can actually relax on Monday instead of stressing about the awards ceremony, so I'm excited about it. But a little bit of background as to why DuePoint was formed. So there's a number of factors that came together, just to give you some context about our business. The first is economic and risk factors. So this is from your point of view as well as from mine, because I know if you're sitting here, you are interested in making more money. Right? And so that is probably to mitigate a lot of risk factors from an economic point of view that you find in your life. And we know what the economy looks like. We've just come out of December and January, so you're feeling extra pain at the moment, right? And so you've got some very big economic reasons particular to this business. And that ties into one of the, from our perspective, is the social entrepreneurship, the social impact that we wanted to have with this business. We have been involved in many different financial service businesses over the past few decades, locally as well as abroad. And with DuePoint, what we wanted to do was achieve a business that allowed people to change their lives. In other words, to have social impact. You know, a lot of corporates have got these CSI programs, right? They're not new, but we wanted to have true impact. And that impact that we have desire of achieving is through wealth creation. We want to create true wealth creation in the hands of people that decide to come join us and collaborate with us in this business. And that ties into our distribution model. So being involved in many financial businesses, our senior executive, Brendan Benfield, is one of the founding members of a company down the road called Prime Meridian Direct. And PMD is, I think, the fourth biggest short-term insurer in the country. They've got a massive call center, and they attract business through traditional channels of distribution, which is traditional forms of advertising. So you'll see PMD advertising everywhere, right? That feeds into the call center. They convert those calls into sales. Here at DuePoint, we know that that is an effective business model, but it's losing its effectiveness. People are no longer trusting marketing and advertising as much as they used to. And so one of the channels of distribution that we've adopted here is one of network marketing, referral marketing, word of mouth marketing. You call it what you will, but it is a very effective form of advertising and marketing. And this is the channel of distribution that we've adopted to create social impact through this collaboration that we invite you today through this business proposition to come join in. So those are the factors that kind of born DuePoint 3 years ago. The benefits that you stand to achieve here at DuePoint, let's go through those. This is a business proposition, so you can weigh up these benefits against any other business opportunity in the country. You're free to do that. I'm sure you've considered many business opportunities throughout your lifetime, and today would be no different. DuePoint has to stand up amongst all those opportunities. I think DuePoint is the best opportunity that exists in the country, right? But you'll make up your own mind by the end of this presentation. But let's go through those benefits. So how does the DuePoint system work? I've spoken about the collaboration. We invite you to come join us here at DuePoint to help us build channels of distribution. How does that work? You're going to be going out and telling people about DuePoint, about the business opportunity. And when you're successful in doing that, if you are able to connect other people the same way you've been connected to DuePoint, you get to enjoy the benefits of what we call growing a channel of distribution here at DuePoint, right? The primary benefit is that you get to create an additional income stream. This is obvious. This is why you're here, not for the free tea and coffee. That's when you know you're suffering at home, when you've got to drive to Bryanston for free tea and coffee, right? You are here for the money. So yes, you get to create an additional income stream, but you have to be discerning about the nature of income that we produce here at DuePoint, because this is one of the aspects that sets us apart from many other opportunities in the country. Especially if you're an employee, especially if you run a business that is based on time, if it's a service-based business, what you are doing is you're tied into the constraint of time. This comes with lots of risk. Lots of risk. I was tied into that for a long time. Not as an employee, I ran a digital agency. So an advertising agency, I've got a fly buzzing around here, advertising agency that sold time. The problem with that was that our income was reset to zero at the end of every single month. And this is what happens to you as an employee. Right? At the end of every month, you're back to zero. You've got to work the month to get your salary. If you don't work the month for whatever reason, whether you're retrenched, you're retired, you become sickly, right? You're bedridden, there is no salary waiting for you. Your income goes to zero within 30 days. This is the risk of activity-based income. At DuePoint, you're going to be building a channel of distribution, and we pay the people in this business, our wealth engineers, for the channel that they've built, not for their activity. And so you're able to create recurring income through the asset that you've built at DuePoint. And so once you've built an asset at DuePoint, you can become bedridden, you can get retrenched, you can retire, and DuePoint is still going to pay you every single month, right? And so I'm going to talk more about this point when we talk about the ability to build an asset. But this is one of the biggest discerning aspects of DuePoint. The power duplication, this is certainly something you want to leverage. It's your ability. It's the opportunity for you to go out and build a team around you that can build a channel of distribution that much bigger and that much faster. It'll increase your recurring income the same way. Faster and bigger, right? So that's something that you want to take advantage of. Our business is flexi time. You can run and build your channel of distribution from your mobile phone. As simple as that. We have wealth engineers being very successful just from their mobile phones, because the technology that we've imposed, you can build your channel of distribution from anywhere. You don't have to leave your house, right? And you can build this business. And so lots of flexibility in the business. We do not have any startup capital requirements in this business. We've designed the business to have a very low barrier to entry. Why? Because we're trying to achieve social impact. How can I stand up on stage and say, get involved in this business, but it's going to cost you 20,000 Rand to start? Is that creating social impact? That's probably creating the opposite, right? I would like people to consider this business without the fear of a risk or losing anything. And so there's very little risk involved in this business opportunity. At the same time, we try to make this business as accessible as possible to as many people. And so we don't have qualifications or experience requirements. You get to build an asset. Now, I said I was going to talk about this because it ties into recurring income. I said we pay people in this business for the channels of distribution that they build. This is an asset that you build for yourself. You have legal tender of your channel of distribution. It means you own it. It means you can sell it if you would like to one day. If it's producing 10,000 Rand a month in recurring income, it has a lot of value, right? You can sell it. It also means if you experience retrenchment, that DuePoint doesn't stop paying you. So it mitigates a lot of that risk we face as employees. When you get to retirement and your boss says to you, which cake do you like? And you think, it's not my birthday. That's because they're going to retire you next week, right? They're buying you a cake to celebrate. And when retirement happens, your income ends, but at DuePoint, we don't retire anyone. You can live through your 60s, your 70s, your 80s as a DuePoint wealth engineer, still earning recurring income every single month. And even upon your death, the value of an asset doesn't disappear. It is treated as any asset. It gets put into your estate. In your will, you will cede your DuePoint business to your children, your spouse, whoever, right? And so you get to pass wealth on to the next generation, where many, many South Africans don't have that liberty. And so I'm hoping that instead of chasing activity-based income for the rest of our lives, which we do, 40 hours a week, 45 years of our life, with all the risk involved and nothing to show for it when we get to retirement, I'm hoping people will start turning their attention to building an asset instead. There's no selling involved in our business whatsoever. We exclude you from the selling process entirely, mostly for regulatory reasons, right? This is a good thing because I'm sure no one here wants to go spend their weekends trying to sell insurance or investment products to their friends, families, acquaintances, right? You don't have to do that. What you're going to be doing is connecting people to necessity, the necessity of an income opportunity. You're going to go out and tell people, I've got a business opportunity. If you need something, come look. It's 35 minutes of your life that you have to spend looking at this presentation. And so all you're doing is not selling, you're connecting people to this presentation, right? The nature of our products are convenient in themselves because they are financially based products. We don't have stock and distribution issues. There's no boxes of product that you have to worry about trying to stuff in your boot or taking home with you, right? But your success here at DuePoint is still very much predicated on your ability to build a channel of distribution. So this is what one looks like. It begins with you. You become a wealth engineer and a product owner, and now you're going to go out and connect other people to DuePoint, right? So you might go speak to a whole bunch of people, and out of those people that you've exposed to this intro presentation here, we've got 5 of them that have decided to join your channel of distribution. They become wealth engineers and product owners in their own right. And this is the beginning of your channel of distribution. This is what it looks like when the power duplication takes over, because the people that you introduced to DuePoint have joined for the same reason you joined. And that is to build their own channels of distribution. What they're doing is in turn helping you build your channel of distribution. And this is something you want to leverage as much as possible, right? Because we all know to work effectively as a team produces way better, exponential results compared to trying to do something on your own. Right? And over time, this is what your channel could look like. Every single product owner in your channel is paying you a recurring income through a royalty that we pay our wealth engineers every single month, and we call that a return. We have wealth engineers, thousands of them, earning every single month a return, 2 paychecks a month. It's better than 1, right? So that's what a channel of distribution looks like. This is what we're going to be building. The mechanics of the returns works like this. We pay a base return fee of R27.50 for every product that you have in your qualified channel, right? But that's dependent on where that product lies in relation to you. So the first 5 people you introduced, we call that your first point. And on your first point, you actually earn double the R27.50. So you're earning R55 for every product on your first point, right? So if you connect 10 people on your first point successfully, you're going to be earning R550 a month in recurring income. That's 6,000 Rand a year that you've created for yourself, just like that. Those people go out and start connecting other wealth engineers and product owners, and those people are what we call your second point. And on your second point, again, you earn 55 Rand. And so it goes without saying, if you've got 100 people on your first and second points, well, now you're earning 5,500 Rand a month. That's 60,000 Rand a year. Who would like a 60,000 Rand bonus every December? Yes, please. Right? Even me, I also want a 60,000 Rand bonus. And so your channel grows, the product gets further and further away from you. And the further away from it gets, the multiplier drops steadily all the way to 4% at 0.8, but we don't stop you at 0.8. There's no limit to how big your channel can get at DuePoint. There's no limitation to how much money you can earn at DuePoint, because from 0.8, in theory, to infinity, we will keep paying you 4% for every product in your qualified channel. Right? Yet people still want to know how much sacrifice is required to do this business. We're told constantly, time is money. Time is money. How much time do I have to put into this business to make this money that you're promising me? So we built this projection over the next 5 years. It is based on certain activity. That activity is moderate. It says, can a wealth engineer in their first month connect just 3 people onto their first point? And every consecutive month thereafter, they only have to connect 2 people a month going forward onto their first point. And if you can do that with the duplication that happens in your business, and we take into consideration all the negative aspects of this business, people not building, people not paying, right? This is what you can expect to earn. After 6 months, you'll be close to earning about 2,500 Rand a month in this business. What's that? 30,000 Rand a year. Okay, so 2,500 Rand a month. We like to, well, I like to, I don't know, I haven't listened to Brendan's presentation. Does he like to scold everyone about being consumers at this point? I do, right? Because this is something I realized on myself. When I look at 2,500 Rand a month, I go, jeepers, is 6 months worth of work worth 2,500 Rand a month? Maybe I should go look at some other business opportunities. Maybe I can do some work on a Saturday and that'll earn me more than that, right? But we keep making the mistake of giving money spending value. You look at that 2,500 rand, you've already equated it to what you can spend it on. I do it constantly. We can't blame ourselves. We get exposed to something like 6,000 consumer ads a day. How can people not expect us to think like consumers? But we have to pull away from that. Because as I said in the beginning of this presentation, to create social impact, what we want to do is create wealth for individuals. To create actually wealthy people in this process, right? And to do that, you can't just become a wealthy person or someone that has wealth. You have to become a different person. You cannot think like a consumer anymore if you want to be wealthy. Because a wealthy person doesn't look at 2,500 rand and go, how can I spend it? They look at it and they go, how can I make more money out of that 2,500 rand? I can turn the 2,500 rand into 900,000 rand in 11 years. How do you do that? You do it through paying off your debt. And I know everyone is indebted. Everyone, right? You take the money that you start making, instead of spending it, you invest it into debt that you have. Here's an example of someone with a R1 million bond that they have outstanding. 20-year term, 11.5% you're paying, or prime plus 2, you're paying 11,500 rand a month for 20 years before you become a property owner. 6 months later, you're earning 2,500 rand, you put that money into your bond, you'll pay that bond off in half the time. It'll save you 900,000 rand in interest that you would have paid to the bank. This is how we have to start thinking. By month 12, you're earning nearly 9,000 rand a month. That's in excess of 100,000 rand annually. That's 12 months away. That could be this December, this January coming up in 12 months' time. After 24 months, you'll be close to 27,000, 28,000 a month. And the number will just get bigger because we don't pay you for activity, we pay you for the channel you build. And the channel you're building can get bigger every single month. And your income can get bigger every single month. Month 36, you're close to 50,000 rand a month. After 4 years, you're close to 70,000 rand a month. And after 5 years, 60 months from this month, you could be earning close to 85,000 rand a month, which is about R1 million a year. Now, how many people have I lost because that number's too big for them to even imagine? Right? I'm telling you, it's not a big number. 85,000 rand a month is not a big number. It's 60 months away with moderate activity to put 2 people into your channel every single month without fail. Without fail. There are no off months when you're trying to build wealth. You get time off when you work for somebody else. So this is academic. You can say to me, oh, Rob, that's just a theory. It is. It is. It's a complicated formula set up by actuaries. Right? And that's why we bring wealth engineers up to give us the experience of this business, because we've got real people doing this business. We have had for 3 years. We've got hundreds of testimonies on our YouTube channel. You are welcome to go watch them. They will tell you the good and bad about the business. I don't want anyone coming into this business thinking that it's all good. That's completely unrealistic. I'm someone who's been entrepreneurial. I know. Is completely unrealistic. If someone says to me there's no downside to anything, I'm like, you're lying to me, right? But I know at the same time I'm willing to endure the downside because I know that the upside is worth it. Yes? This is where we have to have our minds in. Yeah, we've got Paul. Paul's with us. There's Paul in the middle. Paul's been in the business for 7 months, all right? In 7 months, he's generated a channel value of nearly 2,500 rand a month, so he's keeping up with that projection that we've shown, but he's put in 41 people, so he's been extremely busy. We always said to him, your channel needs to start doing what you're doing, Paul. You need to duplicate better. There's always room for improvement, right? But he's doing really well. He's got 83 people in his channel because of the 41 he put in. His channel's already 5 points in size. This is still baby steps at the beginning. 7 months in. I get most excited, personally, I get most excited when I see individuals like this, and I wish I could just fast forward 10 years and see where they are. 5 years, 10 years, where are people like this going to be? Then we've got Norma. Norma's been in the business twice as long, 15 months. She's also put in 41 people. Her channel value is at 3,500 rand. Why? Because her channel has had the 15 months to help create a bigger channel, right? Her channel's also 5 points in size. And so we've got thousands of people joining this business every single month, and everybody is different. They all use the same, the identical system. The DuePoint system is identical for everybody, yet everyone is different. You are at liberty to decide what you want out of this business. No one is going to dictate it to you. Rob's not going to phone you every morning and say, are you going to do DuePoint today? No one. This is where accountability looms large, because no one is going to come and babysit you to do this business. Nobody. You're on your own to a degree in your mind. You've got all the support in the world. We want to see people excel and succeed in this business. It's in your interest and it's in our interest. But every morning when you wake up and you decide, am I focusing on activity-based income or am I focused on building an asset today? That is a decision you have to make. So you're welcome to go look at our testimonies. We've got hundreds of them. On top of the returns that we pay wealth engineers at the end of every single month, we've got a rewards program. The rewards program is like an incentive program. It's built out of all these milestones that we call ranks, where you get to benefit even more from DuePoint. And so at rank 5, we give our rank 5 wealth engineers fancy little USB stick. It's got all our video collateral. So it allows people to see what DuePoint's all about. That little device plugs into everything. Right? It makes your life connecting people to DuePoint that much easier. At rank 7, we spend a fortune on luxury business cards for yourself. I'm someone who's worked in branding and advertising all my life. I understand the value of first impressions, right? Business cards play into that. If you sit down in a meeting and you don't have business cards, or you got the 250 Rand business cards from the print shop on the corner, right? 10,000 business cards for 250 Rand. Or you've got 1,000 business cards that are gold gilded, 4 times thicker than any other card. There's no printing on there, there's only gold, and they cost 17,000 Rand a set. Your credibility in that meeting goes through the roof, because not even the CEO of De Beers has got business cards like you. At rank 9, we take you and your family to our Rank 9 International Conference. It is business class flights there and back for you and your family, 7 days away. It's a 5-star luxury resort, and it's an all expenses paid trip that you get to enjoy every single year for the rest of your life. So people get very excited over this one. You will have 1,000 products in your qualified channel. You'll be earning between 20 and 30,000 Rand a month at this stage. So take a look what Rank 9 is all about. I want you to imagine yourself there, because it's available literally for every single person in this room. Everyone in this room can get to Rank 9. So as I said, that's available for every single person in this room. You can take 5 months to get there. You can take 5 years to get to rank 9. It's completely up to you, right? We don't reset anyone in this business. You keep building your channel. When it gets to 1,000 qualified products, you're in. 2 ranks later, at rank 11, we spent R250,000 buying you a brand new car. The beautiful thing about this car is that it has no debit order at the end of the month. Can you see that we are trying to create and help you create wealth? Sustainable wealth. We don't want you paying for a car. We don't want you paying for holidays. We want you to create additional income for yourself every single month that is dependable. So this is what our rewards program looks like. It goes up to rank 28. Rank 11 is really just the beginning. We've got wealth engineers that have achieved this in 2 years. 2 years. Again, I wish I could fast forward to 20 years to see where those individuals are going to be. But our business is not built on just returns and rewards. It is built on the necessity of the products that we have here in this business. The necessity for people out there to protect their wealth. Our products that we have at DuePoint are not arbitrary. They are built with wealth creation in mind, right? Any strong economy is built with a strong insurance backbone, because anyone that spends lifetimes building income most certainly wants to protect that wealth, that income, those assets. And our products do exactly that. So we've got 4 products. You're free to consider any one of these products or more. You can take out all 4 if you really like, if they speak to you. I'm going to go through them. There's more information on our website. Our first product is called Access Wealth. It is an investment and insurance product bundled in one. It is going to cost you R324 every single month, of which R100 gets invested into a tax-free investment fund. You've got free access to that fund. You can draw the funds out at any stage. We also give you R120,000 worth of personal accident insurance, right? So if you're killed in any form of accident, we'll pay out your beneficiaries R120,000 while you're creating this investment. So this is Access Wealth. The second product is only insurance called Wealth Guard. It's going to cost you only R249 a month. And this product gives you R1 million worth of personal accident cover. All of our products are accessible to everybody. We do not discriminate against age or your health status here at DuePoint, right? Because we are trying to make this business as accessible to everybody as possible. So you can be 60, you can be diabetic, it doesn't matter what your health status is. You can take out this product, the premium is the same for everybody, and the cover remains the same for everybody. Then we've got Family Wealth. It's a family funeral cover product. It's going to cost you R299 every month. It gives you R20,000 worth of funeral cover, covers up to 5 family members, and also gives the principal member R10,000 worth of debt protection. So upon your death, if you owe anyone money, we will help pay up to R10,000 worth of that debt. You can increase the cover to R30,000 as well as up to 10 family members. And again, 100% accessible to anyone over the age of 18. You've got to get in before you turn 70. But if you get in before you're 70, this product runs whole of life. It means we don't cancel your cover when you get to an age where we think, oh my goodness, you're definitely going to die, which a lot of products do. A lot of products aren't whole of life. They say to you at 70 or 75, they cancel your insurance for you, right? This product doesn't do that. So this is Family Wealth. And then lastly, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to lower your cost of living expenses every single month. So what we've done with this product is we've gone and partnered with a number of businesses that have offered us, to our Wealth Points members, discounts and services which you can enjoy. And so if you engage with these partners, it should save you money, right? So we've just signed on Cell C. Cell C has given us between 10 and 20% off their airtime and data rates. We've got a plethora of partners there that cover that whole expense of typically what we think people spend their money on every single month, and you're free to engage immediately with any of these partners and save yourself money. Right? So that's how Wealth Points works. As I said, there's more information on our website. Go look it up, and we've got very in-depth reviews. If you become a wealth engineer, go watch the training on the products, because it'll give you a much greater sense of the power and necessity of the products here at DuePoint. If becoming a millionaire after 5 years was not enough for you, I know there's a few of you out there that are like, I need to become a millionaire sooner, right? We've got something for you. We've got something for you. It's called the 365 Challenge. It is a challenge because we challenge you to connect not 2 people a month, but 365 people in the next 365 days. And if you can do that, You will probably get to about rank 11 or 12, so you'll have the car, you'll have the holiday, you'll have all the checks, you'll have the return of 30,000 Rand plus a month, and because you've conquered the challenge in this amount of time, we will give you an extra 365,000 Rand on top of everything at the end of that period. You will effectively become a millionaire in the space of 1 year, 12 months. So now I'll ask you again, what are you focusing your time on in 2019? That 3% raise that you might get at the end of a year, right? We've got to consider these things. I'm not being flippant. These are real life things that we have to consider. Your time is the most valuable thing you have. Only you can decide what to do with your time. If that's not enough, we've got a quest for this month. So February's Wealth Quest is called the Triple Lightning Challenge or Qualifier, where we challenge you to connect 3 people onto your first point and get all 3 qualified, which means those 3 people that you connected, they have to get 3 people of their own each. In other words, they become qualified in their own right. And if you can do that, you have the option of taking home an Apple iPhone or 5,000 Rand in cash, and we'll give you an extra 3,000 XP towards your rewards program. And that's just February's quest, on top of the rewards and the returns that you can earn. So what is the decision? I don't have to labor on this slide. You need to make a decision. At the end of this day, you need to make a decision, not about what you want. That's an easy decision. That's it's half a second in your mind. Yes, I want to be a millionaire. Yes, I want the free car. Yes, I want the free holiday. Those aren't decisions. The decision is, how do I fit DuePoint into my life? Not as a New Year's resolution, not as a hobby, not as something I do when I feel like doing. How do I fit it into my life with all the accountability that it requires to be successful? If you're going to change your life, you have to change yourself, right? That is the decision you need to make at the end of this day. How is DuePoint going to fit in? To give you some background on a business before we finish off, as I said, we are a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is an insurance company that has been around for nearly 70 years, trading successfully in the insurance landscape in South Africa. We are one of the few full-blown insurance companies in the country. All our licenses are on display on our website. They're in the foyer for you to go take a look at. We're listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange under a group called Conduit Capital. We are regulated, we are audited. This is a business that you can be proud to partner with into the future. We are not a fly-by-night business, right? So be sure that when you join this business, you do it with all the belief that is required for you to become a propagator of this business, because that will turn your business, your channel building, into success. There's the FSP number that we operate under, and with that, I wish everybody a 2019 that is filled with prosperity, because for the rest of the people out there, it's not going to be. I guarantee you that it is not going to be. Your job now is to go share this good news, because we are one of the very, 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 very few businesses where people involved in this business are giving themselves raises every month. What business can say that they even got a raise after a year, right? If you have any questions, speak to the person that invited you here. Otherwise, I wish everyone a wonderful weekend. For those of you coming to the awards ceremony later this evening, I look forward to seeing you, and that'll be broadcast out or put onto YouTube in the coming week for everyone else to enjoy. Otherwise, we have a launch workshop. Let's make it 11:15. So a launch workshop is for those people that have become brand new wealth engineers that want to hit the road running. You want to get started now. You want to become profitable in the first week. Come to the launch workshop. It gets you to focus on exactly the only things that you need to worry about. So that'll start at 11:15 for those people. It's about 30 minutes, not long. Thank you.